All right, fellas, this is the next installment of Jacko's countdown. This is week 10. I'm going to go through, like I did last week, check out every matchup, tell you guys what I'm thinking, what's going down. Okay, first matchup, we got Filch versus Butch. I give the edge to this one to Butch, only slightly. Jeremy Hill, he's got him playing again because Giovanni Bernard is out. And I need him. I wish I could have him this week. I'm wearing a little thin. I like Filch a lot, mostly because actually Filch slightly. Sorry about that. Yeah, Filch slightly is going to win it. I like the Julio Matty Ice combo. I think they're going to bust open this week. I think they'll play good, and that'll be the decider. Both these teams are really good top to bottom. I'm actually surprised. I mean, we all know Butch has a good team. He's had a good team all year. But Mark is, he's stepping up his game. I mean, he was one of the worst teams in the league. But I mean, Stu sucks way more than this guy. He's got a good team now. I don't like Butch with Benny Cunningham versus Arizona. Arizona's got a stout D. I mean, we saw what they did to DeMarco Murray last week. I think there's no reason for them to stop doing that. Butch is all starting the Niners D versus Saints. I don't like that. I think New Orleans is going to crush them. And Mark also has Broncos versus Oakland. I don't think the Oakland's going to be able to do much versus the Broncos D. So that one goes to Filch. Next up we have Curly versus Daniel. And this one's going to Curly. I hate to do it to Daniel, but I think he's going to get beat up in this one. I think Curly's too deep. I mean, he's got a bunch of good running backs. Hawkins, solid player. Good Oakland tight end pickup. The problem with Daniel is he's got a lot of Lions playing against the Dolphins who have a good D, get a lot of turnovers. And he also has the Dolphins defense. So, I mean, if the Dolphins do good on D, he's not going to score many points with his position guys, but if the Detroit players that he's got 4 of them starting. If they do well, then the Dolphins D is going to suffer, obviously. So that's a little catch-22. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, it can still happen. Daniel's got good players. Calvin Johnson's coming back. So I don't know. I'm giving this one to Curly though. I think Curly should pull this one out. Next is Brooks versus Neil and Nate. This is an intriguing matchup. Both these teams are really good. They're top 5 power rankings. What I'm liking, I'm giving the edge to Brooks slightly. It pains me to go against my broski. But I think Brooks has more firepower. He scored a bunch of points this year. He'll be good. Only problem with Brooks, he's got three of his position guys are questionable. And, it's hard to think that they're all 3 going to play well. They haven't projected 13, 13, and 12, but I don't think that's going to get anywhere close. And all 3 of those teams are playing okay defenses. Not Frank Gore at New Orleans, but Sammy Watkins at Kansas City, decent team. I think LaShawn McCoy is not going to be able to do much because the Panthers are going to hone in on him because Foles is out and we got Mark Sanchez playing. I think the best chance for Brooks is he needs Demarius to go crazy at Oakland. I think he can. I mean, Oakland's played okay D. We saw him last week versus Seattle, but Denver's a different animal. He's also got the Cardinals D. I'm high on them right now. They shut down my guy DeMarco Murray. If you can shut him down, you can shut down anybody. Got 300 more rushing yards than anyone in the league. Neil and Nate, it's unfortunate they don't have luck. They need A.J. Green to come through for them. Need Roddy White to step up big. I think Forte will be all right. I mean, Green Bay's got holes in their D. But I'm giving the matchup to Brooks slightly. Next up is Jamie and Zabransky. This is a heavy hitter matchup. I mean, Jamie's rolling. He's probably the hottest team in the league right now. And he's looking to come up on me for the spot in the division. Coming off a big week versus sad Stewart team. I got Jamie in the matchup. I think Jamie's team's too strong top to bottom. He's put together a really great team. Those 5 position players he's got as good as anybody except when my team is at full strength. Jamie has all favorable matches on defense. Tennessee, the Jets, Chicago, I don't think so. Macklin, hard to think he won't get something against our Panthers. Jacksonville, Jason Witten. Emmanuel Sanders at Oakland. I mean, these guys are all going to have big games. Jamie's going to go for triple digits again. Branscombe, he's got a good team. He needs a lot of points to beat Jamie. I mean, I think Branscome's already going to score a lot of points, but he needs a lot to beat James. And I don't think it's going to happen this week. I want Jamie to lose, but I think he keeps rolling versus Branscombe in the final week of interleague matchup. Next, we got Nick and Peely. Good matchup in the Savvy Vets division, but Nick's team is too good. Nick always pulls together a nice little team. Ronnie Hillman. Ellington is a beast right now. Saw him at Dallas last week play, and he tore him up. I mean, the guy's savvy. He can catch balls, too. He can run. When that offensive line makes some holes, he takes advantage, and he's a great player. Still got Drew Brees, Jimmy Graham. Got to mention that every week. Lee Gray, trying, but I don't know where your points are going to come from. I mean, I don't trust D'Angelo whatsoever. Mark Ingram, great pickup from him. He's playing great for Lee Gray right now. I don't think Crabtree's going to do much. Alshon Jeffrey, he's better than what he's played this whole year, so that's a little underwhelming. Larry Fitzgerald's all right. He's going to get, as we all know, he's going to get about 60, 70 yards, but I think that's about it. Yeah, I mean, Nick is strong everywhere. Nick's got a good team. So we're going to see. We're going to see what comes out of there, but I'm picking Nick in that matchup. And then the final matchup, if you do the process of elimination, it is my team, the Zoo, versus Stewart's Jive Turkeys. Stewart's been talking a lot of junk on the thread, saying that Mark wouldn't even start my lineup this week. Stewart, my team that I'm fielding is still better than your sack of garbage team that you have. You have Bryce Brown. Look how many you have single-digit projections, which is hard to do. ESPN loves to do double-digit projections for players. Single digits for over half your team. I mean, you got 3 guys projected to get over 10 points, and that is Peyton Manning. Julius Thomas is going to get 10, they say. Mike Evans, 12. Tampa Bay sucks. I mean, Stu, your team is garbage. It's pretty bad. I mean, I have myself, obviously, in this matchup. I actually like to play a little game in my head. I thought up, can we just start? I could just play DeMarco Murray, Antonio Brown, and Dez Bryant this week, maybe Olsen, and I still beat Stu's team. We're going to see how the points come out, but I got 3 guys that are just going to go to work on him. Odell Beckham Jr., you're projected for 3. He might get more, but, that's your best freaking guy right now. Percy Harvin's washed out. Bryce Brown, don't even know the guy. Andre Williams got lucky last week with a couple points, a couple garbages. You need Peyton Manning and Julius Thomas to do work against Oakland, and that's where you'll get points, but that's the only place you're getting points. I mean, good God. Bills D at Kansas City, are you high? It's just not looking good. Bryce Brown's playing Kansas City. Andre Williams playing Seattle. Percy Harvin's playing Pitt. Odell Beckham Jr. is playing Seattle. I don't know where you're going to get your points. Your team's pathetic. You have the worst team in the league. I mean, you're tied with Dan, and you keep talking all this crap. I've heard middle-aged housewives bitch less than you on the thread and on the texts. Talk to Stu. He said he's the smartest manager in the league. I obviously disagree with that. I think all of you will disagree with that. It's just an inflated ego, but, things happen. How am I peaking early, Stu? I got a couple guys on bye, and Gio Bernard is injured. I don't peak. My team is freaking nasty, dude. I got the best five position players in the whole league. I don't need to keep saying this, but I'm going to keep doing it as long as you keep questioning me. My team's not going anywhere. These guys aren't quitting. We have a whole lot of season left. I know that it's tough for you because, God, dude, you're in the worst division. You're the worst team in that division. You just need to keep changing your name. I mean, it adds credibility. Keep changing it. Ponzi schemers, I don't know. Maybe we could all decide on a name for you after you finish last this season for you next year. You stick with it. It's going to be tough for you to stick with it, but, you're not great with the commitment thing right now. So we'll see. But like I said, I got a lot of guys out, so Stu has a chance. But I don't really care. I got a buffer. That's what I won for. I'm 7-1-1. You're 3-6. I don't care about a loss. The only thing that pains me is not somebody who more respectable. It's going to be the highlight of your season if you beat me. Doubt it'll happen. Still going to miss the playoffs. Like to jaw jack a lot, but I mean, mouth don't cash checks that the ass can't cash. Okay, so you need to pipe down a little bit. Keep a sock in it. Enough about that. I'll hop on Stu a little more with our specific matchup preview a little bit later in the week. Just thought I'd give him a little something to put him in his place. Some guys get big mouths. It's not a good thing. Game of the week, Neil Brooks. Both those guys. Neil's second in our division, tied with Jamie, which is better than it sounds because he would be leading any of the other divisions. Brooks, great team. Scores a bunch of points. Needs this win, though, if he wants to hold on to that stranglehold on top of his division. I think they'll be fine. Those are two great teams. Lock of the week is going to be Nick versus Lee Gray. You know, I don't think Lee Gray has the firepower in him to come up on Nick. Nick's got too strong of a team. That's my lock of the week. Upset of the week. It's hard to find one. I'm going Zabransk versus Jamie. Jamie's got a great team. I think he's going to win the game. Scores a ton of points. Hard to see him not scoring a ton of points this week. But Branscombe, quiet team coming up. And I want Branscombe to win so the young professionals, he can get out in front and give Stu no chance. I'll choose anyone in that division over Stu. So Bransk versus James is going to be my game to watch. It's going to be my upset of the week. We'll see how things come together. Thank you all for, tuning in. Stu, I hope you're still watching. Hope you soaked in all that good loving I just gave you. I'll make another video of the matchups this week, and good luck to everyone except Stu, but, I mean, it doesn't matter. His team is garbage, bringing up past stats all the time. How many times you made the playoffs? It doesn't really matter how many times you made the playoffs because we're playing right now. We don't play in 2009 anymore. So that's what's happening. And, yeah, we'll just see what happens. I'll make a video later. Good luck, guys.